The Hour of the Wolf. In the deep, chilling embrace of the Hour of the Wolf, the village lay shrouded in shadows, a silent victim to the creeping darkness. Trees whispered secrets only the wind could comprehend, and the moon, a spectral eye in the sky, cast a silver veil over the forgotten paths. Shadows played tricks on the mind, dancing eerily against the crumbling walls of the village. The camera pans slowly across the deserted streets of the village, each cobblestone a silent witness to the mysteries buried in time. The shops and houses stand in stoic defiance, their structures whispering tales of an era long past. The air is thick, almost perceptible, with an unnatural stillness that grips the heart in suspense. A mournful howl pierces the quiet night, echoing through the void, chilling and almost ghostly. This haunting sound reverberates between the buildings, a lone wolf's call in the darkness. Protective animals shiver in their pens, some silencing their bleats, creating a cacophony of silent dread. Images flash across the screen, posters plastered on lampposts, ink running down aged paper, names and faces of those who have vanished without a trace. Their houses stand vacant, dissolving into the night as echoes from the past linger momentarily, before dissipating altogether into the ether. Out of the fog emerges the solitary figure of the detective, his silhouette sharp against the encroaching mist. The camera focuses on the brim of his hat, overshadowing a pair of discerning eyes, eyes that speak of countless mysteries and the burdens of truth unearthed. His calculated steps toward the village signify the onset of an untold confrontation. In silence, his eyes study the scene, a patchwork of puzzles waiting to be pieced together. With a steady hand, he wields his flashlight, the beam slicing through the gloom, revealing hidden corners and forgotten alleys. Each step flows with purpose, a dance of predation and peril. A sudden glint catches his eye. He kneels, his breath visible in the frigid air as he uncovers a peculiar symbol etched in stone. The symbol is arcane, wearing the ages like a worn cloak. In his notebook, he sketches quickly, capturing hastily before the night claims the evidence. A shadowed villager hovers on the edge of the detective's perimeter, a mere specter cloaked in fear. In hushed whispers, stories unravel traditional lore of past horrors and hopes quenched in darkness. Eerie reenactments flash across the screen, melding reality and myth, raising hairs on the backs of necks. The detective treads carefully through the forest, tendrils of mist curling around his ankles as if to tether him to the earth below. The trees loom with silent intimidation, their branches hanging low with secrets untold. An owl's hoot punctuates the otherwise impregnable silence, turning eyes to the shadows. A silent observer in the dark, the detective pauses, senses heightened. Footsteps, a phantom's dance, skate over the fallen leaves, serene yet agitating. The detective swivels abruptly, but the forest lies still, mocking his unease. Back in the village, the creaking door of an antiquated library welcomes him into a sanctuary of knowledge. Dust motes swirl lazily in the lamplight, landing like the whisper of ages unseen upon venerable tomes. He rifles through them, pages raining history as the lamp flickers ominously. In his room, a map aligns under the touch of a firm hand. Pins punctuate key locations, while threads of red create a web of intrigue. The detective stands back, contemplating the pattern, the design woven across this village of specters. Midnight creeps in, painting the night in ever-deepening shades of dread. A rustle draws him to the window. There, unwritten in the frost, another mark of mystery calls for deciphering. The detective's pulse quickens, the hunt intensifies. A shadow crosses his path. A villager, cloaked in mystery, offers cryptic counsel. Information exchanged is finicky and fragmented, slips of tongue hinting at truths few dare utter. Collated into symbols of unfinished stories, they stir the air with foreboding. Glimpses of a figure glide between consciousness and imagination, always at the fringe. Sometimes, it seems a mere stroke of silhouette, barely discernible from the sighing shadows. Yet, its presence is persistent, unsettling the senses. In contrasting light and dark, connections stir, patterns unraveling into broader tapestries of secrecy. Each step takes him closer, yet draws him deeper, into a corridor echoing with silent cries of the unknown and unseen. Fragments of vision cascade, portraying a ritual taking hideous form in the recesses of memory. Faint symbols, barely retained within a fleeting dream, slither their way into consciousness. His mind sketches a more horrific picture, one of history, hallowed yet hollow. Above, clouds congregate, weaving their dark patterns across the sky. Lightning punches its sharp-tongued warnings into clouds brimming with malice. Thunder rolls an encore to incite unease devouring the solitude. As the skies weep their restless cries, the detective leans into the swirling mists of introspection. Brief flashes of his journey illuminate the canvas of the night, painting the tapestry of fear and courage embattled within him. His mind wades through haunting regrets and hopes smothered. Visions from battles past intertwine with present dread, inseparability becoming accomplice to the pallor of the night. Brave enough to face fears born anew, the detective boldly steps into the fray, eyes locked in challenge with the figure silhouetted against the moon-washed horizon. A desperate dance of hunter and hunted explodes into motion, a heated pursuit weaving through the neglected veins of the village. A journey of adrenaline, holding captive the breath of those who dare follow with eyes wide open. Propelled forward by desperation unbidden, the detective crashes into a forgotten alley. The air thickens, timeless seconds stretch, and suspicions coalesce into anticipatory dread, waiting, watching, listening. A palpable shift releases the village's woven tapestry of intrigue, bringing the night's secrets to bear as the detective's mind races along tangents defined by horror and acceptance. Beyond the realm of the corporeal, a forbidden truth emerges wrapped in whispers of ethereal entities. Choruses of shadows reveal forms unknown but feared, edging into the thin light of reality. As dawn's arrival threatens to cut short the night's revelations, the detective pulls threads tighter, urgency tethering him to each pulse, each beat in perfect rhythm. From whispered corners, figures emerge, courage shrouded in secrecy. Villagers, allies, newfound in their shared tenacity, join forces with steely resolve. They are the hands holding and the hearts beating beneath wider resolve. Amidst shadows deeper than nightfall, the detective stands ready as ever. His heart beats against an ethereal drum in a truth ordained by confrontation. Here, power and persistence collide in animation within the grand theater of dark and light. Under a canopy of stars, they engage in tension-filled choreography, a duel sculpted by forces beyond sight and sound. The ultimate battle unfolds, painted against the grand tapestry of night. As dawn stretches, severing the night with the furious warmth of first light, shadows retreat. Hope trembles unobscured by the dark. Victory bathes in morning's tender hues as sighs of relief fill the air. Once escapades of entanglement dissolve, the mystery's truth echoes a resonant conclusion, harmonizing across their troop, allowing the piece to stitch together the village's fragmented heart. With morning's gentle embrace and gratitude alive in the villager's eyes, the detective carves his parting words into the lasting moments of memory. Solitude embraces him as he turns from the revived village toward promises of new stories untold. Life awakens within the village's horizons, hope infiltrating the minutes and seconds now refurbished. Buildings breathe life anew, people, promises, destiny awakened among sprouting trails of dawn. A lingering pause, eyes drawn to the symbol now divested of its haunting power. It dissolves, whispering goodbye, allowing space for new stories on the once tainted canvas of life. However, mysteries unseen gather in the periphery. An omniscient ghost dances amid persistent shadows. Their presence is silently noted and filed away for future quests of relentless pursuit. Atmospheric, ambient tones fold into the air, filling the silent choir of whispers that follows the retreating figure. It immerses the scene in tension, yet softened by victory. Above the village, the detective's contemplative voiceover drifts, existing beyond the screen, capturing the essence of fear subdued by courage, a poignant epiphany reflective of an eternal dance living in twilight. The camera pulls away, transcending into light-washed skies, leaving the village healed below. The sun kisses the earth, igniting hope against a backdrop of retreating shadows. The credits unfurl amidst images reminiscent of dusk's veiled warmth, Serene thematic visuals play a gentle encore, honoring the aesthetic canvas that underpinned the tale. A flicker at the screen's edge, a tantalizing glimpse, an inviting presence, hints of layers unpeeled, and stories still held hostage in night. It leaves a dangling invitation for curious minds to wonder and wander